Jeff here from Ecom Geeks. It's Store Review Wednesdays, so let's get started. Today we're going to be taking a look at GBGH. Now this is actually a really cool store, a really cool website. It's more like artisan jewelry. Like all of these are kind of created uniquely, so this is really cool. Now, let's get a handle on what's good and what's bad. First up, your fonts are way too tiny. Like I already have this cranked up to like 125%, and like it's very difficult to actually read what's going on here. So I would highly recommend, especially like you've got your titles there as well. They're just it's just so hard to see. I love the general look of the store. The white and black. You're keeping it super simple, super straightforward. Just make those fonts a little bit bigger, and then people can more easily appreciate your website. Another thing on your homepage is that you have this huge section here with slideshow of the different images and whatnot. It takes a lot of the page. I mean, if this window were smaller, it would take up less, but it's very large. I would say break these up into individual images and have like 3 or 4 of them stationary there that show off the best of what you got, which these are great images here, so make sure you have them kind of along the top. I'd highly recommend that. It's less scrolling for people on desktop and can help speed things up. Taking a look at your footer here, there's a couple things that I noticed. First off, there's the Powered by Shopify. That's super easy to get rid of. We have a video on our channel here that you can take a look at to get rid of that. I'm noticing that there's a lot of space here, and I'm guessing it's mostly because of your currency switcher. Oftentimes, these little widgets that get put in here kind of mess up the layering. I recommend splitting this quick menu into 2 maybe. So maybe like quick links and about, and split it up in that regard, and just try and close that space. You might have to get somebody to take a look at the coding to see if that's the currency switcher is the one that's taking up so much space. But you can definitely split these into 2 and at least get rid of some of this space here. It seems like you have most of your major links covered. However, there are a couple things that you can add there. One is About Us, and you already have a page for that, as I can see at the top of your store here. You can meet the designer. I think that you should have a link to that in the quick bar here. One of the amazing things or very unique things about your particular company is that it's artisan. These are all kind of, designed for the person. Oh, also side note there, make sure you have a space between your image there and the start of your text. Also, regarding your contact page, I would actually have this as like an actual email contact page. I know that you have that set up for your VIP appointments here, and I understand that this is kind of more important because it's requesting a piece of jewelry, right? But that being said, it's still good to allow people to be able to contact you in regards to other things, and it's a little bit of a letdown if I click on contact us and it's like okay, just email here. So give a little bit of thought to that. So now that we've done the overview, let's get into the meat and potatoes of how to improve things. So first off, like I said before, I really like what you've done. There is still room for improvement, however. One thing that caught my eye after looking through your site in detail is this section here. The whole thing about, if you buy a piece of jewelry, we plant a tree, the fact that there's free jewelry delivery within the States, and the fact that it's a whole commitment to the environment, as well as the fact that each piece is unique. None of this is obvious at all unless you scroll basically to the middle of your homepage and you read up on it. This should be a major thing for your brand, and this is what can really help you continue to move forward. One of the things that you indicated was that most of your sales were offline for the past 6 years, and now because of everything that's going on, you're having to move it online. What I would suggest is moving this section way the heck up. I'd probably put it probably right after necklaces here. And I would make it super straightforward and very easy to read. For example, with the trees, I probably recommend having like a something to match your theme, like a black tree or something like that in terms of, clip art. That way that, people can have their eyes drawn directly to, oh, okay, there's some sort of thing associated with the environment. Oh, okay, cool. Like I'm supporting, trees being replanted. You could have something about the US, or you could have like a piece of, mail flying away, or you know what I'm talking about. And lastly, I would adjust this last section here. It's very amazing that you are doing things for the environment, but you kind of already have that covered a little bit here. What I find really incredible about this is that each piece is unique, and I think you should really exemplify on it. Like these two things are one of the major things that define you, or should define you, as a brand, because this will make you stand out from all the other people. You can see, like none of this is drop shipped. This is made for you to your specifications. That is something that you need to make more obvious. Another place you can do that is within your hero banner here. Currently you just have, explore our in-stock pieces. Okay, it doesn't really tell me anything about you as a person or a brand or what you're trying to exemplify. You could have something like, your best self, or look amazing or whatnot, and afterwards you can be like, or look uniquely you, or there's so much that you can put here that will give people information that this is not just your run-of-the-mill store. This is something that is unique that they can get themselves. So make sure that you have, your header title, and then, a description underneath that kind of exemplifies on that. Touch on the fact that you are unique, environmentally friendly, all those things. Like local business, that is a huge thing right now, is local business. And then, the fact that it's made and delivered within the States, that's also a huge thing. So there you go. That's a review of GBGH. I really hope that helps you out. Catch you next time. Looking to improve your store? Hire a geek. We offer individual store optimizations, one-on-one training, as well as workshops. Check out the description below for more information.